Hello.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the Kubescape community meeting. Let's wait a few minutes for everybody to join. So I know that Ben and Rotem cannot join it, but at least we can have a short meeting together. Yeah, let's wait 2 minutes to see if someone else will join.
Constanza, maybe?
Let's hope so. I don't know. I haven't heard from her. Ah, there she is. Hello, Constance.
Hello, salut.
Hello.
Long time no seen. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hot.
Yeah. You're not in the train for once, or like going to like how many?
No, I'm actually at home. I'm actually working on Kubescape, so everything's good.
Great. I have to. I've been like super busy like the last few days. Yeah. I will contact you like to review your open PRs.
I'm rebasing and retesting everything right now. So yeah, by tomorrow I should have the other batch rebased.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. Great. Let's wait a bit. Any of you have something to put in the agenda?
Maybe a tiny update from my side.
Yeah. Sure.
It seems like stack trace scope that we already discussed is doable with secomp only. I'm not sure it will be actually, it is possible to make it safe, but technically it is possible.
Okay, so let's see. Let's discuss that. I had like a small discussion on the synchronizer. Okay, let me try to share my window. Okay. Yeah, small update. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be on vacation, so probably, unless Ben or Rotem wants to join in, there won't be a meeting in 2 weeks. I already marked it as cancelled here, but okay. Good. I mean, good now, unfortunately, but yeah, otherwise my wife would kill me. Yeah, I don't know, Leonid, if you want the meeting is yours if you want to speak about Mazewall. And I know you've wanted like for at least a month have some discussion with Constance. So I think now it's the right place, maybe.
Um,
Now you feel
yeah,
the pressure.
well, honestly, just like last time, I was not going to present anything,
I know.
but for the last few days, I've been investigating the stack trace scoping with the help of Mazewall. Constance, I'm not sure if you looked into Mazewell or not, but that's basically a library that I've been working on, and I guess the shortest description I can come up with, it's like containers, but for methods. Um, and recently I found a feature in seccomp that actually allows to implement stack trace scoping uh, for well to force certain it says calls to be called only uh, by stack traces that you choose. It's definitely not fast because seccomp will notify basically your program, and your program will analyze your stack trace and decide whether it's okay to let your program really execute this system call. Mm, and there is, of course, a confused deputy issue, uh, at least potentially. But yeah, technically it is possible. Right now I'm investigating if that will be helpful, really.
Mm-hmm.
I think a couple of questions I would have if you were to imagine you do this for, lots of nodes and there are lots of actual production load on these Linux nodes. What is the overhead and with which frequency do you need to scan the stack trace? And then when you have non-symbolized binaries, how do you resymbolize just in time? This tends to be the biggest problem when you walk the stack trace in real time. You need to cache it, right? And you need to be able to look up the symbols and walk the stack. And the scanning frequencies, for example, in OpenTelemetry is like, I think 20 hertz. And if you want to, I try to do, can I capture this in real time? I needed to go to pretty high frequencies to capture at least, just to have the slicing of the CPU in small enough slices so I would actually capture the syscalls or even parts of the stack trace that were statistically relevant. And yeah, the performance overhead becomes tremendous, and you also get contention on the CPU, big time. So I would recommend you, if you wanted to do this at scale, to run a couple of performance tests and also how you symbolize strongly split or inlinely compiled binaries. How do you look up? I, for example, had a Postgres image that I could only see 30% of the entire image. Yeah, because I wasn't using Dwarf. But even with Dwarf, I don't think I would have gotten much farther. And so I would really recommend you to do one of these nasty images and try to capture how much of the stack trace can you read statically, in real time, and where would you get the symbols from to look them up out of band. There are methods, and you can go back to like the 2000s. There are papers about how this is done, especially with malware analysis. And it's kind of a solved problem in the sense it has been done. But yeah, the problems always seem to be performance in the end. And yeah, so I don't know where you're going with this. If you want to bring this into a real-time analyzer, I think performance is going to be your biggest problem. Just at least that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, first I really couldn't understand most of questions that you have, but now I understand that you also did not look into like the concept itself. I will not look into images because it's not relevant so far. It's like in-app library. And this stack trace scope is not going to work as eBPF would. It would only it would send a message to the application itself that you should analyze this call, and message itself, well, another process of this application would look up this stack trace, and it would look if this stack trace is allowed to make this system call, which is why it doesn't sound safe, because it's going to be sent to user space, and performance, yeah, it will be bad because it will be doing pretty much the same as for now, it's JVM only library, and basically it's going to do the same thing that Java Security Manager was doing, and it was really slow. But I think it's not a right approach to, enforce each stack trace that you can have. I would do this only for some, like the most sensitive, let's say. For example, if your application really needs to spawn a new shell, but only like maybe one from one place it is allowed to do this. You could ping this one stack trace, and if the process itself, this call itself is not very frequent, but it's very sensitive, then I think performance would be okay. But performance, honestly, is not my biggest concern right now. It's security because, well, because of confused WD issue.
Maybe I'm confused in why you would ask this. I mean, what I understood is that we're doing daemon sets and we're trying to have arbitrary loads, even maybe if it's just for Java. How would you want to implement it then, like to ship it? Or what is your desired target scope of this application?
Yeah, so like I said, it's like Docker, but for methods. So actually, two things. First of all, you can profile any piece of code with your integration tests. So you would have very clean bobs for any given method. And second thing is, and you don't need any privileges for this. Like you don't.
Yeah, it's all user space.
Yeah, yeah. And second thing is you can enforce things as a developer right from your code. Like you can wrap a method that this method is, for example, not allowed to go to network or to go to file system or something like this, or to spawn a new shell. And you can do this from your code.
It's good. But are there some mechanism to like avoid this? I remember when I did Java, you always could like break encapsulation. You could always do things within the JVM. So is it same? Is it possible to bypass this?
Well, this stack trace feature, very likely, that's what I'm trying to investigate right now. But SecComp, no. Like if it's done, then it's done, and it's on Linux only.
Yeah, because it's not enforced by the application, but I mean, like if you enforce something inside the application and JVM, you can always use unsafe methods and like, I don't know, reflection and I don't remember how it's
Oh
called
yeah,
in Java, but like you can always.
yeah, you can. So because it is restricting threads, um, and threads do share memory with other threads, then you can definitely make things unsave things. That is why you should, well, only thread scoping is never enough, and you should do both process scoping and thread, and basically as much scopes as you can have, uh, you should do. But if you combine them with especially this process scope, then thread scopes become really hard to bypass or impossible, really.
Okay. I've also requested feedback from like different people. I will ping them again so that you can advance in your reflection, and I will definitely come back when I have news from them.
Thank you very
Still
much.
not sorry.
I've been working a lot on README to make it really more clear, because it really was not.
Yeah. And I think if people get it wrong for the first 2 minutes, then they will just throw it away.
Yeah, that's what happened a lot.
Yeah. Cool. You have something to add, or should we go to the second item?
That's it from my side. Thank you.
Okay. Actually, I think the second one is more for you, Gal, no? Because you've been thinking about this. Let me open the.
Yes, I think Harshit was implementing this.
Yes, and he's here,
Yes.
right? I didn't check.
Yeah, yeah, I opened the design doc for this.
Okay, yeah.
Called request regarding the design doc.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a bit behind with the reviews and stuff. So, okay, I'm checking it here.
Yeah, I am audible, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. I'm gonna check that. So just for the story. So like when I first thought about the synchronizer, I thought the synchronizer should be something completely generic, and should be able to sync just Kubernetes objects between Kubernetes clusters. And actually, one use case that I wanted to add to have is to like synchronize two clusters without Helm, without things. And that's another use case. So I will definitely read this. I'm still not sure. Reading what Zach, what Zach wants to do. He wants to fix security data for
I think he wants the data from the Kubescape to go into his Kafka system. That's what he mentioned, from what I remember.
Yeah. So instead of having a synchronizer talking to another synchronizer, we have just the synchronizer sending stuff to the Kafka.
Yes.
Yeah.
Harshit, do you think that we could include uh, like for example, we're including Kafka.
Yes.
So
We
would we
can
like
also
Nats?
include NATS, Jetstream, as well as Kafka.
Yes.
Like Zach is requesting Kafka specifically, otherwise I think NATS would be better.
I also feel that Kafka would be overkill for this, given how difficult that thing is to keep alive.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah,
Yes.
but we don't care, right? It's not.
Yeah.
We just assume there is a Kafka topic, and we just like write to it, and yeah, I don't know. I have to take time to just like dig into it. I will definitely review it before my vacation.
Also, one more thing, like Zach mentioned that he specifically wants Kafka to be implemented as soon as possible. So I have designed the document to first implement Kafka, and then we can scope out to implement NATS and other messaging queues.
Yeah.
And that's right, yeah. Or I can modify the design doc to add NATS implementation as well. Some sites of that. I
Yeah,
have only.
yeah.
I
I
have
don't know. I
only.
mean, like, it's good to start from something, but yeah. Let's try to have something generic enough so that we don't need to break it for every message queue that we use afterwards. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've done in the document.
Okay. I'll check that.
So the deployment will be handled by the person using it, no?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, not by
Yeah.
the Helm chart.
We'll
No.
just send to the topic, right?
Yeah. You probably have to think about how to test the Kafka client implementation as well. Like if there is like a simple Kafka in a container that we can use, or even it would be nice to have something like real Kafka instead of a mock. But
there is a container image that has all the stuff bundled in it. Just don't. I mean, it's if you lose it, you lose it, right?
yeah, but that's enough for the tests. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice. I don't think I'm gonna do a triage today because I'm like super busy, but we have our mentees here. So Yugal and Arshit, want to discuss something before I close the meeting?
When is your vacation?
July the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, but I should be able to code review and to respond asynchronously to Slack. Actually, I will be less busy than those last few days. Yeah, it's just that taking the meeting from the hotel is not nice.
Right.
Yeah. And Sanchit, something to discuss?
No, I don't have anything to discuss as of now. We are making the evaluator, so I'll coordinate in chat if I have something.
Okay.
From my side, there are some small PRs and OPA utils and then Kubescape. And then we'll move on to a big part, which is operator. The operator
Yeah.
part of this. So before your vacation, I'll try to finish the minor things, the OPA utils, and then after you can review the operator PR. So that would be the biggest part of this. And we'll
Yeah,
go to docs
great.
and headlamp plugin and other polishing.
Okay, sounds good. Great. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. So sorry. I will resume my work now. Like I hope I will be less busy like in a few days. We have like several POCs, lots of issues to solve. So, but yeah, then I will like have more time to dedicate to the community. All right. Thank you very much for your patience, your implication, your work. I really appreciate it. And let's see each other in 1 month.
Yes.
Okay.
Have a
Thanks.
nice vacation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.